Hi, it's Harry here with some serious writing tips. And today I want to talk about the introduction of your short story or novel and how to get it to the next level of engagement for your reader. So you can do this by using three main things. And the first one is to create a really compelling hook. The second one is to let the reader know what's at stake. And the third one is to add a time element. So let's talk about the hook first. And you may have heard this before, but a hook is something that takes two different concepts that are very familiar to the reader and merges them together in a new and an unexpected way. So a really easy example of this is a construction worker, for instance. Everybody knows what a construction worker is, who this person might be, and what they do. And you can have them work on something that the reader might not have thought of before. Say, for example, a booby trap in a dungeon. So now you have a construction worker in a dungeon, and these two concepts are very familiar to the reader, and you're merging them together in a new and unexpected way that the reader might find interesting. Another example of one that I heard recently that I thought was really great was a nature reserve for magical creatures. And so now you have the nature reserve, the magical creatures, you merge them together, and that's something new that I haven't heard explored before, so already I feel compelled to read that. The second thing you want to let your reader know is what's at stake. So you have your main character and you've built out their goal, and say for instance, your main character, her goal is to get an A+ on her math test. That's great, and it tells the reader what to expect next, but it doesn't tell the reader what's at stake, and they need that to add the extra level of dramatic and emotional engagement to get them keep reading. So let's add a consequence if the main character doesn't get her A+. So say for instance, if she doesn't get her A+, then she can't get the scholarship that she wants, and she can't go to university because she doesn't have the money, or she's disadvantaged in some way. So now everything is riding on that main character getting her A+, and that's going to keep the reader engaged and keep on reading because they want to find out if the main character is going to get her A+. Plus, because the consequences are so high, it's her dream to go to university. She's the first one in her family to do this. She's going to do everything she can to get that A+. And the third thing that I'd like to introduce that creates a really engaging introduction is to add some kind of time element. So let's look at the main character who wants that A+ again. Well, when does she need this by? And this is what's going to keep your reader kind of going through the words really fast and turning the pages to figure out what happens next, because they can't wait. And so you need to give hints on when this is going to happen. So is the math test tomorrow? Is it in an hour? Is it next year? Is it in a month? If it's next year and in a month, then you need something else that is going to create a time element of urgency for the reader to keep reading. You need other goals and kind of when they need to be accomplished by to get them there. But if the math test is tomorrow, that's great, because you know what, your reader is going to keep reading to figure out if she meets her goal right away. So that's a basic overview of the three main things that you can add to your introduction to get it to that next level of compelling nature for your reader. And that's to create a great hook, let the reader know what's at consequence or stake, and to add a time element. And that's all for now. So thanks for watching.